Sorry, y'all. I had to open my YHen stuff in there for this one. Because, man, time's just going way too fast. Insanely fast. I feel like you close your eyes for 1 second and 10 years just go by. I mean, I'm sure all the parents out there would agree to that one. I'm not a parent. Got 2 dogs. That's about it. I'm also only 23, so. Anyways, let's go back to, let's just change the direction back to what this video is actually about. And no, it's not about what's been going on in the last 3 decades. It's not even about me making this coffee. I just wanted to have a snippet of me making coffee because I like coffee. No, I need hobbies. And there is one main hobby that I've always gone back to. I haven't been very consistent with it in the past, but I like it. I was passionate about it. I enjoyed it. I like art. I really like art. You can just sit there, have your little pen or pencil or paintbrush, and go back and forth, tweaking different things, making it exactly how you want it to be. And it comes out perfect. There it is. That's the entire video. I'm kidding. No. I want to relearn how to art, I guess. I don't know anything about perspectives. I don't know about color theory. Maybe I subconsciously understand color theory, but if you were to ask me which colors actually complement each other, I can't tell you. I'll tell you what I think looks nice, but scientifically or based off of the color theory little wheel, no. Don't ask me that question. No, thank you. I've always been interested in trying different mediums. You know, we've got the ink, colored pencils, paints, pencils, charcoal, gouache, oil paint. I'm sorry, I'm trying to list all of them out, and my brain's a little shot. I've got the attention span of a turtle. Anyways, today I want to focus on perspective. I don't care about the medium at the moment because, again, I want to relearn how to art. I want to learn how to understand depth. My line work's very short. I haven't drawn in 5 years. I just want to learn. So that's what we're doing. I've got 3 images I'm going to be looking at, and it's just basically an analysis. Sorry, I can't talk. Analysis on depth, line work, and I think it was angles. But it's all fun, all nice to do. So let's get to it. Anywho, let's start the first one. Why not? So, obviously it's not my first drawing in this book, but it is the first image that we're looking at. So, for all 3 of these images, I'm basically looking to improve the stability of my line work, and also to get at least as close to the correct positioning and angles as it should be. So what I just did is kind of map out to see where's everything supposed to be, all that jazz. And that's all I'm doing. We're gonna go ahead and look at that. I don't want to talk too much about what I'm doing right now because I feel like it's just going to be boring. and I am gonna run out of stuff to say. So let's talk about my plans for 2025 and maybe this YouTube channel thing that I'm trying to lift off. Well, these past couple of years, I haven't really had any hobbies. Not gonna lie. I have 2 dogs. So for a time, my hobby was just walking my dog. Like, we'd go to different parks. I'd do like a 2-3 hour hike. She'd be tired. She'd love it. I'd love it too. Like, I got my vitamin D. But then, besides that, I was just basically going to work, going to school, walking my dog, trying to cook. I'm not really a great cook. I'm trying to try out different recipes. Some of them came out. I made stromboli. I'm very proud of that. But then my second attempt wasn't as good. So I don't know what happened there. But for 2025, I envision myself having more hobbies, spending more time doing things that are that's good for me, like for my mental health, my physical health, all that good jazz. And one of them just so happens to be art. Again, I did used to do it when I was younger, and I stopped for about 5 years. Why did I stop? No clue. Maybe my mental health was declining. Who knows? That's for my past self to understand. But for today, I want to get back into it. I miss it. Like, I miss having something to do, like something to look forward to, or like because like with art, like you can plan out certain things. Like, you're like, oh, my next project, it's gonna be this big shebang little doodle or painting, and then like you're working through all the steps to actually creating it, and then once you're done with it, like you get to look at it and you're like, wow, I made that. Now what happens after you're done with that, that's up to whoever, you know. I actually threw out all of my paintings and my drawings a couple years ago. Again, that's for my past self to understand. But for today, I want to like it again. And man, I really like the process in making this first page. It was very fun. Like, look at that couch. There's curves, the pillows, that table, awful. Again, I did make it taller than it should have been, but that's besides the point, you know. Don't judge me. I'm sorry, I was just looking up myself doing the art thing. And, you know, I'm supposed to be talking right now, so I guess let's talk. So for 2025, not only am I doing art, I also want to run. But I'm not a very good runner. I suck. I've fractured one ankle, and for my other ankle, I sprained it. I actually tried running last year in 2024, July. I went for like 2 months, but then my ankles got swollen, and it was very uncomfortable. I just fully stopped. You know, it was to the point where it wasn't good for me. Obviously, if it's swollen and uncomfortable to run in. At that point, I was just risking injury. So then I spent like a good couple months just not really running. And then January comes. The great January. Everyone loves January. why wouldn't they? You know, you go to the gym, super packed, overwhelmingly packed. And everyone swears that they're gonna do their New Year's, what's it called? New Year's goals. And then you wait 2 weeks, and those people suddenly disappear. So that's where I'm at, because I started running at the end of January, because I'm not like other people. But no, I actually took some time beforehand to do some ankle strengthening exercises, focusing on range of motion, flexibility. Well, not only ankle strengthening, like there's a whole group of things I focused on, but that's what I was focusing on during that time, and it is working out. I'm running on the streets, you know. I'm not for the streets, but I'm on the streets. And I feel a difference. Like, I don't feel like I'm in pain when I'm running. Last time when I tried, it was on a treadmill. And insanely enough, I was very uncomfortable doing it. I think my form was also weird, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? My dog doesn't know. I feel like I'm kind of just yapping at the moment, so I'll be right back. I'm back, sisters. Okay, so I just realized I said I was going to talk about my goals for this YouTube channel, and I didn't say anything about it, anything at all. So man, I've got a lot of goals, a lot of things. I've got recipes cooking it up in the back. We've got things going through. I want to go through everything in art. I want to relearn how to art, and that not only includes color theory, perspective. I want to know how am I supposed, like, how can I get things to look perfect? That's super vague. Let me clarify. So I want to learn different art styles, see which ones I can master, which ones I can use, right? And then from there, I want to break it all, you know, learn to unlearn, if that even makes sense. So I want to do like little studies of Da Vinci, of Dali, you know, everyone, all of the great artists, right? And then I want to either take certain things from it or not take certain things. Like, you know, man, I'm saying too much. Anyways, I want to do little case studies like this one. So this one's mainly on perspective, but for the next one, for example, maybe I can do something on shading, you know, because there's absolutely no shading in any of these three pictures. How can I get my picture, like, how can I get the drawing to be elevated, to look more realistic, to look like you can actually touch it, right? And no, actually, during my research of art, prior to actually making this account, I was kind of like watching different artists on YouTube, and it brought me into the back end, the deep end of art, the dark side, let's say. Apparently, people don't like art school. I feel like that's not a secret. But people in art school don't like realism, apparently. Or maybe it's just the YouTuber that I saw. I can't say her name because I can't remember her name. But she went to an art school, and apparently during her time there, they highly frowned upon realistic art. I don't really get why it's hated. I think abstract's all the hype right now. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't like abstract. It's not that I don't like it, I just feel like there's more to art than just abstract. And like, if you're learning all of these different techniques, if you're learning how to make things realistically, why can't you still incorporate certain elements of that into your drawing? It doesn't have to be abstract. Like, there's impressionist, there's surrealist. Like, you don't have to keep everything exactly to how it would be realistically, but you could mold it in a sense. Make it something new. I'm kind of thinking of Arcane right now. Don't know why, but man, those artists, insane. I was watching one of the YouTube videos. I really can't remember his name, but he was like going through some books that he published, I believe, or like he was drawing something. No, he was doing both. I saw multiple videos of him. And golly, like, they can literally just sit there, get their pencil, get their pen, put what they want onto the page, change it up. It just looks perfect. But it's not even that it's perfect. It's that they've taken so long, like so much time to actually understand what they're doing and how they want it to be presented on that page. And that's where I want to get. I feel like I've got so many ideas in my head of different art things, like art paintings, art drawings that I want to do. And I can't effectively put that onto page, like onto paper, onto anything at all. Like, I can describe it, but if I attempted to do it at the level I'm in right now, I'm just going to be disappointed, because it's not that I want it to be perfect. I just want it to communicate well. I think that makes sense. I also think I might have blabbed for a little second. But that's basically where I want this YouTube channel to go. I want to learn how to art. And if you so happen to want to do this with me, that's great. Thanks. And if you don't, that's not okay. You can't do that. It's not allowed. It's illegal. Anywho, we've just finished the second drawing, and now we're going on to the final sketch. The final 8 to 9 minutes you guys will have with me. And after that, you'll never see me again. For this one, I kept on finding things that I would miss. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's like a lot of smaller pieces in the background that I just did not see the first time. You know, I chose this picture. I specifically went onto Pixabay. That's where I got the images from. They're from that page, right? And I'm like, this looks like it'd be great, right? I swore I saw everything that I needed to see for the page, but needless to say, as we get on into this video, you're gonna see me kind of tweak some things. Pick up the pencil when I'm in the pen stage. Shocking. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take a second, and I'll be right back. It It's the final sketch. I'm back, y'all. So, what I'm currently seeing right now is we're working on the window. The awful, awful window. I mean, if I remember well, I have it right in front of me. But, yeah, I had to kind of speed up how I was editing this window frame because, golly, the angles were not angling. The window was not windowing. Anywho, I have another question for you guys. How do you actually prepare your coffee? Like, without one of those fancy coffee machines? No, I got the mocha pot, right? It's cute, it's chic. My dog just got up. And, she's a moment, but I can't say I consistently make coffee one way. Like, I use the machine, I use the mocha pot, or there's cold brew. Cold brew is amazing. It's so simple, it's so easy. But it's not for every day. She's shaking again. And she just got down. And then there's tea. Like, I want to try so many different types of teas. But I can't stick to just one. And then once I try one, I don't know if I want to keep on drinking it. Do you see my dilemma? Like, I like the healthy herbal ones. I think it's Throat Comfort by, I think, Yogi Tea. Amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I think the only reason why I like it is because of the licorice in it. I feel like it adds a little oomph into the tea. There's like a little flavoring in it. It's nice. And then there's, oh my god, there's green tea. Green tea is amazing. It tastes like sticks in water. I really think I'm preparing it improperly. I really got into chai tea recently. Anyways, this entire video, I feel like it's gone off the rails. I talked about my 2025 year. I've talked about 2024 in some aspects when I tried running. I've spoken a little bit about the direction I want this YouTube channel to go into, why I want to get back into art, and really, I think I should kind of circle back to art styles, art techniques. Yeah. So, prior to actually making this video, and during my research phase, where I was watching all those art videos, I also saw some videos about art books. And I'm like, well, I want to learn how to art. Maybe I should get some books. I did get the books. Not physically, because I'm not about to invest too much money or too much space into books that I may or may not use in the future. I got the PDF versions. Saving planet. One book at a time. A mindful queen. But I got those books, right? And I've gotten so many, like, for a large variety of books. There's some on patterns. I think there's some on, like, clothing. There's definitely one on coloring. There's, like, the intro to art books as well. There's, like, oh, if you're a beginner, you should read this book. You should learn this book, right? And the book that I'm currently on, it's amazing. It's great. I also forgot I had it for a month. So I did, like, a solid 4 pages on it. It was about like 100 pages in total in the actual book, but 4 pages of drawing on my sketchbook. And then I completely forgot about it. And then I remembered, not even a couple days ago. So then I pick it up and I did a sketch for it. I really liked it. If you happen to follow me on Instagram or even go onto my page, you don't even have to follow me. If you went on my page, there is one on an Xbox controller, the songs from Skyrim. And I actually followed the techniques of the book. So there is, it was about like asymmetrical shapes, right? And trying to get it to become what you're actually looking at. And like you're using the lines, very rough lines, to get the shape. What I'm trying to get at is I want to get into this art thing the right way. And for me, I think the right way is using outside sources, which happens to be books and also YouTube videos, and partially Instagram as well. Like, I like seeing other Instagram pages, art. It's very interesting to see how people are approaching it and how people are using this to get it to be where they want it to be. Alright, so it does seem like we are just about finishing this piece. And again, you will be seeing me touch back with a pencil on pieces that were missed. But overall, 10 out of 10 drawing, 10 out of 10 video. It was nice talking to you guys, and I hope to never see you on the next one. Please don't come back to this page. I have 2 dogs. They want me back. Bye, y'all.